Well, look, as President Trump has said, it is great if you want to vote early. It's great if you want to vote by mail. It's great if you want to vote on Election Day. The key is you have to make a plan. You have to execute that plan, and you've got to deliver your vote. You know, every time that we have somebody who votes early, that's great because I don't have to go and try and send them emails. I don't have to knock on their doors. I don't have to make phone calls. We can turn around and go try and get a low propensity voter, or we can try and go get an undecided voter. So in terms of a campaign, every campaign has resources that we're trying to spend to get those votes out. A voter that goes in early, we know that one is in the bank and we can go talk to others.
So, yeah, early voting has begun in certain states. So if you live in West Virginia, Arkansas, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, it's time. It's time. It's time to show up. All right. We don't have to wait until November. Get it done whenever you can get it done. All right. It is time to show up. It is time to put up or shut up. As the saying goes, no more excuses. Listen, I'm a no excuses kind of guy, right? Fool me once, shame on you. But if you fool me twice, shame on me. If we lose again, that is our own fault. We knew what we were up against, and we didn't show up in the numbers that we were supposed to. And like I said before, that's the only thing that scares me. Is Republicans not showing up because we have all of this good news. It's all been fluffy. It's all been great. And I don't want Republicans to think that we have it in the bag because we don't. Trump does not have it in the bag because trust me when I tell you, Democrats are going to pull out all the stops. So if we don't show up in massive numbers, as Trump would say, too big to rig numbers, shame on us. Shame on us. Shame on us. It's just the way that I see it. Am I going to be mad? Yeah, of course, but I ain't going to cry about it. Because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. You know? That's the only thing that scares me. Do I have confidence that we will show up in the numbers that we're supposed to? Yeah. You know, you look at the rally that Trump just had in New York, of all places, 60,000 tickets requested, 16,000 people packed into the venue. I mean, it was packed to the brim. This is in deep blue New York. Do I have confidence that people are going to show up? Yeah, I know I am. I know it's a saying, but I'll walk across broken glass if I have to. Doesn't matter to me. You know, walk across broken glass to get there, cast my ballot, right? And kick my feet up. And watch the results roll in. My feet will heal. They'll be all right. Okay. As long as Trump is in the office, I'm good. Okay. But I also want to show you guys this video from CNN who went out and interviewed some folks. And I don't think it went quite the way that they wanted it to go. Let's dive in.
We're at the MAGA boat parade at Shell Island, which I've never been to. So this is my first time coming. We were in the middle of the parade, following the lead boat, well decorated with all the flags.
Fight, fight, fight. There's a contest who can be the most Trumpian, and I want to win first place.
It's a weed eater motor. It's a 21 horsepower. It makes a very frozen mudslide quick.
Trump is pro-American. He loves America, for one. I love America. I serve this country. I love America. We're from the same place in Queens, New York, so that's my homie.
I live in Latitude, Margaritaville.
What's your most important issue?
The economy, getting the interest rates down, getting it where we can afford to live in America. Right now, it's too expensive.
Okay, now let me maybe ask like a slightly impolite question. But, you know, if you can afford a boat, you're not hurting so bad, right? Because a boat costs a lot of money and it's a lot of upkeep.
Listen, nobody gave me shit. I earned everything that I've got. I'm retired military, retired power plant, and I am successful and retired and with boats, jet skis, because I did it right. And everybody has that chance. Whether they choose or not, that's up to them.
I would never try to take anything away from you in that way. But what I'm asking is, groceries are probably a smaller part of your budget than, say, you know, someone who's like a little worse off. I think it's interesting that people who are a little bit more comfortable are still so concerned about the economy. Did you see what I'm saying?
Because I want my money to go further. I want inflation to go down. I want interest rates to go back down. I want all that. But that covers everybody in the economy. Not just me, not just the poor, not just the rich. It covers everybody.
Now, something I've heard from...
Bingo. That covers everybody. She's trying to focus on him because he's a little bit better off than, the average individual, right? I don't know how much boats are. I can't swim, so you won't find me on too many of them anyway. And I'll definitely never own one. So if I'm ever found in the middle of a body of water, I didn't go there willingly. Just an FYI. But anyway, I know that was a side note. Just because he is doing okay for himself in life doesn't mean that he doesn't want cheaper prices. Like that's just, you're upper middle class, possibly, a little wealthy, a little rich, right? So why don't you want to pay higher prices at the grocery store? Like how ignorant of a question is that? How stupid of a question, right, is that? But also, it's not just about it. He's one individual, one person. What about the rest of all Americans who want lower prices too? It's just like, what kind of boneheaded question is that? Just craziness. But I love the way he answered it, though. Let's continue.
Everybody.
Now, something I've heard from some people, tell me if this applies to you, is like they're worried their kids aren't able to afford a house or a car.
No. I trained my kids and taught my kids properly. They have great educations, and they're both successful in their careers. Actually, they're doing better than me.
Another woman told us that she had a good retirement, but she worried about others who are having a hard time with higher prices. Whether they were locals or on vacation, everyone we spoke to at the boat parade was in a good mood. But underneath, there was anger about immigration.
We need a secure border. We need to do it right. And I like letting people in the right way.
Can you give me some specifics on that? Like, how do you see immigration affecting you in your life in Texas?
So I'm recently retired, but I was in the multifamily business, which was managing and owning apartments. And I see the effects of illegal immigration at my properties.
So you're telling me there have been incidents at your apartment buildings and you've had to call the cops and talk about it?
Oh, yeah. So I've seen it firsthand.
Most said Trump didn't do well at the presidential debate, though they didn't think it was his fault. And while they were ambivalent about his false claim that Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio are eating pets, they tended to defend Trump for saying it.
Now, I'm not saying they're eating cats and dogs. I think that's a little cuckoo, but they do have a different belief system. They're polite, they're nice, they're not hurting anything or anybody, but it's just, I can see the change in the demographics. And not every town can absorb a big influx of population.
Do I believe that actually happened or not? Have no evidence of it. Do I doubt it? I don't know. I can't say thumbs up or thumbs down.
Do you think it shows good judgment on Trump's part to talk about it if it's not confirmed?
I think it shows good judgment for every one of us on every side to look into it.
Bingo. Look into it. And is it good judgment on Kamala's part to lie about Project 2025? Is it good judgment on Kamala's part to lie about Charlottesville, right? Is it good judgment on Kamala's part to lie about the bloodbath hoax? Like, is that good judgment? Right? Look, once again, Trump is not above criticism. Criticize him all you want to. Please do. Please do. But criticize Kamala too. Nobody. I have yet to see anybody except for Scott Jennings on CNN. Shout out to Scott Jennings. I believe that's his name. Now I'm second guessing it. I believe it's Scott Jennings. But I have yet to see anybody outside of that criticize Kamala for lying about it being Trump's Project 2025. Hakeem Jeffries, the minority the minority leader in the House, right? Not just posted a tweet, but I saw that he posted something about Trump trying to, or what did he say? Congress wanting to shut down the government to implement part of Trump's Project 2025, right? So even he's saying this stuff. So is it okay for them to lie? That's the real question. Why haven't we gotten those questions? That's my problem. Like you only criticize Trump and you say nothing about what Democrats do. Not a single word. including at the debate, which after that debate, for those of you that didn't know, David Muir's ratings dropped 10, or no, I think it was 12% immediately after the debate. So yeah, that was good to see, right? People tuning out from it, and I'm sure the numbers will continue to drop. As we've gone on, I'm sure the numbers are further down than 12%, because that, I believe that was like immediately after the debate, his numbers dropped 12%. So hey, listen, I hope they drop to zero. With that kind of performance, with that kind of showing, that kind of blatant lying and rigging, yeah, you shouldn't have a spot on national television. Get out of here.
I dare all of us to investigate it.
But
and I live there, so I will.
Well, the police say they don't have any record of it, and the city manager says they don't have a record of it, and the governor has now come
Not
out
my
against
governor.
it.
My
No,
governor.
DeWine.
No. Not
DeWine
governor.
has said something about it.
I don't believe
You want
that.
me to look it up? I'll look
I'm
it
happy
up.
to look it up all by myself.
Hold on, let's just Google it if I have service.
Google, that's
okay. Ohio DeWine Haitian cats. This is something that came up on the internet, and the internet can be quite crazy sometimes, DeWine told CBS News. DeWine says he trusts city officials who have said they have not received any credible reports of such conduct. Mayor Rue of Springfield says no, there's no truth in that. They have no evidence of that at all. So I think we go with what the mayor says. He knows his city, DeWine said.
Sure. That's a great way to pass the buck.
You think Trump's going to win?
I do.
What do you think?
I think we'll be in the middle of a civil war either way. Doesn't matter who wins. Like he says, it's that polarizing on both sides.
I don't think the Civil War thing will happen. I just don't see how it could actually happen. You know, like just trying to think of, just imagine a Civil War popping off just right now. Civil War. Democrats, Republicans. One, we're all intermingled, right? Your neighbor could be a Democrat. That's going to be a really awkward situation, especially if you guys are cool with each other, right? How do you know who's Democrat, Republican? Like, are we like coming out in red and blue? Like, how does that work? Like, where are we all meeting up? You know, how do we all gather together? Like there's just way too much that would have to, I don't know, happen and be allowed to happen that I just personally don't see a civil war happening. I just don't. Especially if Democrats win. I don't see that happening. Because, well, no, I don't see it either way. Because I was going to say, well, Kamala's just going to get the military to come in, but I feel like a lot of the military guys agree with Republicans more. I don't know that for a fact, just some military guys that I've spoken to personally. All of them are Republicans. So I don't see military guys. I mean, I get like commands and whatnot, but following your command, but I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section, but I really don't see it. But yeah, I love how the guy answered that question earlier in the video where, it's not just about him. Where she was trying to, well, don't you have a boat? The economy doesn't affect you. I mean, actually, the economy affects everybody. Like, maybe it affects him to a lesser degree, right? But still, it affects him just the same as it affects me, you, and everybody else. Just because you have money doesn't mean you want to blow all of your money, especially if you're retired. Duh. Like, that's just ridiculous. And the fact that somebody who actually has a little bit of money is complaining about the economy should tell you that the economy is in the toilet. Somebody who has money is talking about the economy. That should tell you, yeah, we in some deep poop, because what about the people who don't have money, right? How do you think they're really feeling? Probably really angry, Anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.